A song of ice and fire. Contrast therapy has been around forever, but I was put onto it back in high school. After that, I was religious about partaking in it before every game to either help loosen up my joints or numb certain body parts. Over time, I developed a very particular routine. I would start with 4 minutes of cold, cold, and switch to 3 minutes of hot. Then I would go with 3 minutes of cold, 2 minutes of hot. The sequence would continue, two cold, one hot, before ending with 1 minute in the cold water. This was only one small part of my process to prepare for the battle. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are here once again, delving into the mind of the great Kobe Bryant. But we coming at it with a little different angle this time. We heard Kobe talking about body maintenance and what it means to take care of your body and why. Look at what he was putting himself through to take care of himself. Welcome, welcome to the stream. I so appreciate you. Penguin, what's up? Bill, hello. Hello. And here we are. Kobe Bean Bryant, straight animal. The mind of Mamba, the Mamba mentality. And we just kind of checking in. Like we got a little different view on how Kobe, 2K, and Bitcoin tie into each other. Everything ties in each other, right? You ever heard of 6 degrees of separation? That is true. What up to the chat? We popping. First things first, the Mamba mentality. Kobe thrived under pressure. He never flinched in tough moments. It's the same thing. I think Bitcoin is going to start. I'm not a financial advisor. Listen, I just like to talk about stuff that I like to talk about. And I think Bitcoin is about to be something really big. It already is something really big. So don't let me get it twisted. But I just like the perspective I ran across today on YouTube. I really wanted to react to that. And I wanted to tie that into what Kobe Bryant did with his Mamba mentality, how you have to have a tough mindset when dealing with the cryptocurrency market, which Kobe would definitely tell you to be tough minded when it comes to basketball, when it comes to life. He would definitely tell you to be tough minded on 2K and make good decisions, play good basketball. Hey, I'm serious about that too. I'm serious about everything in my life. 2K being one of those things. So that's why I like to kind of mix that in with a little bit of everything I do. So, or everything I do on this channel anyway. But yeah, so I think that Bitcoin is a volatile market. It's very emotional. It can take you up and down, and you have to learn how to kind of stay your way through that. Just as far as what that's going to bring to the table for you. And I ran across this young man right here, his video, and I want to listen to this young black man talk about what they're not telling you about cryptocurrency. I want us to try to see if we can learn from this and we can get better together. Um, yeah, so that's kind of what I'm doing here. And we just riding the way it ride. Let's go.
Have a real conversation for a second. Because although I do truly believe that what's happening with distributed ledger technology, blockchain, and crypto will be by far the best way to build wealth in the next 20 to 30 years, I also understand that a lot of what's happening right now is a lot deeper
Yo, shout out to this young man. His name is Keith D. What up, Keith, man? Appreciate you, bro. This is I like this content.
than what we're seeing on the surface. So let's talk about what other people won't tell you and what you can do about these changes that are coming to the monetary system. First, let's talk about gold for a second, because I have a lot of people coming in talking about how gold is the only answer. It's the only way to maintain your privacy and protect your wealth in the coming times. And I love gold, but let's look at the history, because in the United States in 1933, FDR signed an executive order
Oh,
This
receipt.
executive order forced Americans to turn their gold into the Federal Reserve. Not only order forced
Executive order under the president. All provisions made. All gold coin go bullion. That's crazy. They made everybody turn their gold in. What's good? What's that, Maya? What up, though? Yo, they made everybody turn their gold. That's
Americans to turn their gold into the Federal Reserve.
sickening. Okay.
Not only did he sign that order and was that act all carried out, but that was also upheld by the Supreme Court. So right now in the United States, there is legal precedent that says that that can happen again. So although gold is great, some people call it God's money, it is not immune to all of the changes that are coming. Gold isn't perfect, but nor is cash, nor is stocks, and nor is Bitcoin. Let's clear something up about Bitcoin, because a lot of people,
again, I'm not a financial advisor. I just like what this young man had to say, man. I just want to tie it into the channel. I thought it was cool, man. You know, the direction of this channel is unknown right now. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm straight vulnerable right now. The direction of this channel is unknown. So I'm trying to find it, but I want to bring value. And so I found this young man right here. I was like, yo, this is a nice vid. And so that's why we here. I do believe in Bitcoin. I once had a chance to buy Bitcoin. And if we can run the likes up, let's say if we can get like 10 likes or something, man, I'll tell that story. You know, I'll tell that story of how I almost bought a Bitcoin.
people who are new think that Bitcoin is anonymous. Bitcoin was never anonymous. It's pseudonymous. So yeah, your name is not on your wallet address, but that doesn't mean that your identity in real life cannot be attached to what happens with that wallet. Over the past decade, the US government, through the Department of Justice and the FBI, have been able to trace, find, and seize billions of dollars worth of Bitcoin. That strategic Bitcoin reserve that Trump announced that he was going to create this year, that's all supposed to be made up of the seized Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is not just some anonymous, untouchable privacy network. And if
Yo, that's made up from the seized big. That's kind of crazy, man, to think that that's made up from the seized Bitcoin, but it's really believable. And like I said, I just thought the video was good. This young man right here, he brought some strong points, and I like some of the things he talked about. But for that to be all made up of seized Bitcoin, meaning they can just go in and take the Bitcoin, recover what's in the wallet, and be like, "Yo, it's ours now." That's kind of scary because best believe I do think we are moving towards a digital platform. We have to, you know, and that's all a part of what all a part of what Elon Musk I think was doing when he kind of came in and helped clean up the White House. Again, I'm not super savvy on this. I thought it was good information. Let's get back into it.
If you wanted privacy, then you would have to start well before you got to the blockchain. The internet works in layers. And at the bottom layer is what's called the physical link layer. And this is managed by what are called ISPs, or internet service providers. Think about AT&T or Verizon, the cables and the cell towers. These companies are required by law to log customer information. And if they are subpoenaed for that information, they must give it up. That's in the United States, and it's in many other countries as well. Some people are going to say, oh, well, I can just use a VPN, right? No. VPNs are also required by law to log customer information. And if they are subpoenaed, they must give it up. Oh, but I use Tor though, so I'm good, right? It doesn't necessarily work like that. Also, Tor, for your information, was created by the US Naval Research Lab.
It's kind of wild to think that people be creating stuff like this and like Tor. I never heard of Tor, but it's like crazy the government be creating stuff and then they put it out, which is cool, but it's like just unknown, you know? So it's like always seems a little fishy, a little weird. But
And it has been speculated
the government, right?
that the exit nodes on the Tor network have been compromised by US intelligence agencies. So the US government doesn't have to hack a blockchain in order to trace all of your transactions and also potentially to have access to your actual funds. So no, this isn't just about pure freedom and anarchy. No, we're just moving into a new system. And in reality, this new system has an immutable record. And that's just talking about the privacy and accessing these blockchain networks. But we haven't even started talking about actually using the value that's on these networks, right? Because let's be honest for a second. Are you using Bitcoin as peer-to-peer cash?
No.
Look me in my eye and tell me that you're using Bitcoin as peer-to-peer cash.
I'm not, bro.
No, you're not. You're using it as a speculative investment. And because of that, it matters, right? How you can get access to that value. Because if you've been paying attention over the past few years, right, the ways to get money in and out of these systems has been getting regulated. All those offshore exchanges, they're gone.
Yep.
Local Bitcoins, gone. So if you want to use your credit card or connect your bank account in order to buy crypto, you're probably going to have to verify your identity. And a lot of these platforms, they'll let you put money on them, but they won't let you take it off until you verify your identity. And then we have stable coins.
I can verify that.
Bringing in that digital money right into the banking system. That programmable money is now being plugged right into the system.
Shout out to
the government already had the right to seize and freeze your assets. But now there's going to be a way to do that programmatically. Okay, that's accessing these networks and the value on them. But now let's talk about this idea of Bitcoin being this way to democratize finance for everyone and give everyone a fair shot at building wealth in this new world. Let's talk about the real numbers here. The National Bureau of Economic Research released a working paper at the end of 2020. And in this, they delineated the difference between exchange wallets and individual wallets. And this matters because a lot of people, if you put your assets on Coinbase, right, they aggregate all of that within one wallet. Yeah. So all these different people are under one wallet address.
Pause right there. Listen, I couldn't believe that. They got everybody Bitcoin, everybody shit on under one wallet. I mean, how is that even possible? That's crazy. So I guess when you make a withdrawal, it go and ping that one big wallet. We see if somebody else want to make something on the other side, but everything going through the big wallet, man. So it's like boom, it's like a triangle. Everything going to the big wallet. Everything, no matter what, everything got to go through the big wallet and come back down. That's wild. Whether you buying,
so when you're trying to measure who holds those crypto, you have to take into account that there are these exchange wallets. But in this research, they did that. And they found that 10,000 of the largest holders of Bitcoin own 28% of all the Bitcoin. And then you have to keep in mind that only 1.3% of people own any Bitcoin at that time. So that doesn't create a scenario where you have given everyone a fair shot or rebalanced the wealth inequality in the world in any kind of a way. In fact, what you've done is you've made it way worse. Because if Bitcoin is the answer, right? And let's say it goes up to 10 million. Well, now you have 10,000 people that own 28% of all of that global wealth. At least today, 1% own, 50%. But that 1% is 50 million people. So as it stands, the higher that the price of Bitcoin goes, the worse that wealth inequality in the world will get. And let's step back for a second, because also Bitcoin did not just come out of nowhere. It was released right in the middle of the financial crisis, which means that it had to have been worked on well before then, because this is not some pet project. This was very well thought out. And to this day, we just have no idea who created it, right? Some random person, individual that goes by Satoshi Nakamoto. Who benefits from a fully traceable, immutable record of digital transactions? I'm not pushing theories. I'm just posing some questions. Because the thing is understanding these questions is going to give us a better idea of how to think about what's happening and what to do. But let's zoom out even further, because the internet itself was born out of the Cold War in a US military project called ARPANET. The idea was to design a communications network that could survive a nuclear attack. I'm just saying, what if
you got the
Bitcoin
digital coin
followed that same blueprint? Instead of just for information, also for money. Okay, so we don't know who made it, and we don't necessarily know exactly what their incentives were. But let's imagine that they at least wanted people to adopt it. They wanted people to use the network. Okay, so in that case, if I know that people probably wouldn't necessarily be super gung-ho about the idea of a database with an immutable record of all global transactions, then I might say, all right, how could I paint this as a revolution? And inherently, the network already incentivizes your participation, right? Because the earlier you participate, the richer you're going to get. So while people are participating, getting rich, you're like, oh, I need to pay attention to what's going on here. I probably need to get in. Regardless, while everybody's sitting back arguing about this coin versus that coin or gold and silver versus crypto, in the back end, the infrastructure is being built out. The World Economic Forum have been creating and working on digital identity for years now. The Bank for International Settlements has been running pilots.
So what that mean for you and for us and for what the Mamba mentality kind of be telling us too, and for all my 2K people, I wanted you guys in here, and you 2K folk, I wanted y'all in here, the 2K community. You know why? Because y'all should understand digital currency, because we buy a lot of VC. This shouldn't be a foreign idea to you. You should be getting they work is basically what that network is basically what toward the network is basically what toward Lando. What up, Lando? Yo, this is basically my dog. He came from the other side. Oh, that's my guy, Lando. Can they see? Can they see it when they be on the other side? Yeah, so it really feel like if you playing 2K, you buying virtual currency, you should have an understanding of digital currency, and you should have an understanding. You might not have a full understanding, but you should be able to grasp the concept. You should be able to study. And I want to tell folks about this because I myself had a lot of cryptocurrency at one point in time, right? A ton of cryptocurrency. And instead of continuing to stack on the cryptocurrency, see, now we're in the bull market. All that cryptocurrency is gone. And I may have had, you know, 20 to $25,000 in cryptocurrency at a very low point when everything was fucking low. And I could have just waited, but you hear stuff and you listen to stuff and you feel like you shouldn't, and you feel like you should move, and this is this. And this is where that mama mentality come in. You do your research, and no matter what people say to you, no matter what people think, no matter what you hear on the news, you have to follow your own research. Your own research should bring you to conclusion. And if you miss off of your own research, I feel like at that point in time, I mean, I'm an accountable type of person. I have no one to blame but myself. And so that's kind of why I think it's powerful for people to start looking into cryptocurrency. I think it's still early in the market. I mean, I was telling my whole family about this, like I was going crazy. And yeah, I had a lot of Dogecoin. I was with that. I got some of that run. I was part of um I got in good with crypto. I got in good with Turbo recently. Um what's the other one with the S? Not Shinobi. I had a lot of Shinobi. I lost the password to that wallet. Shinobi is a Shinobi, man. I might have 1,000 quintillion of Shinobi, bro. You know what I'm saying? I do. I have so many. I got a quintillion of Shinobi for sure in a wallet somewhere with the keys lost, man. I hope it, if it moves, shit. Maybe one day I'll come across that. Maybe I'm already, you know what? I'm already a trillionaire, baby. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it. My family look like it. Listen, I live like it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I think it's important to start looking into this stuff because I think it's big. And it's kind of like, if you ain't sharpening your sword, once I spent all the money, I kind of was like, it was all these different people. Matt Wallace used to be on. I used to watch his other, what I'm saying, brother on here that used to be nice with it. Mike, Mike, I forgot his name, man. Mike something, man. But he a crypto dude. There ain't too many Mikes that's a crypto dude with dreads, locks. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think it's important to start looking into this, man. And I think we can learn a lot of this together. And I think we can start making better financial moves, earlier. I myself just hit 40, I can make better financial moves. So can you. I'm sure. I'm positive. That's one thing I do know. Because I'm 40. At 40, it's just certain shit that you just automatically come knowing. This is one of those things. I know you ain't. I know you ain't doing that budget right. I know it. Stop playing.
for central bank digital
No,
currencies
you
from
ain't saving
dozens of central banks around the world
here and
for
there.
years now. And then you have
DCA.
the European Central Bank, who this year is about to make their decision in October of whether or not they're going to move forward with releasing the digital euro. So this tech has been built out, right? The infrastructure is there. The pilots have been done. And right now, the laws are being passed. There's going to be a lot of good that's going to come from this. There are a lot of people who are going to get in a better nominal position because of what's happening. But I can admit, you know, some of this is not going to be perfect. But on this channel, right, I'm focused on the technology and the changes that this is going to bring. And you don't have to believe in what's happening because this has been going on for over a decade. So all of the people who got in the beginning, they're billionaires today. And the people who got in a little bit after that, they're millionaires today. And as time goes on, that window continues to close.
Don't be sad if you ain't get in too early, too, though. I think I ain't gonna lie. You get in too early, man. I think they was trying to pop you. I think they was trying to get you. You know what I'm saying? Like you, all them look recovered accounts he was talking about earlier. Look, if you got in too early and you're not a billionaire, it's okay, man. Sometimes I ain't gonna hold you. Sometimes you must be careful what you wish for. You got to be careful what you wish for sometimes because, man, I think a lot of those guys, it was billionaires. There was like these random Bitcoin billionaires. Get these guys up out of here, man. So, you got to be mindful of those things too. You can't be being kept from something, but that's just perspective. Like I'm saying, I think everything is being built out. You still at the beginning. There's a ton of time. The crypto market is being built out to mirror the real US stock market. And I think it's time to put a little bit at a time. I think a little bit at a time could still be significant. And hey, $20,000, I'm happy. $10,000, I'm happy. I mean, even five, I'm happy. Excuse me. But what if I can get 50 or 100, 200, 500? I don't think we should leave that on the table. So a little bit at a time is called dollar cost averaging. And $10 here and there. Find you a couple of coins you like. Find ones with some use and some utility. And try to run with that. I still like Turbo. And I like Turbo because it's an AI coin. I just feel like, well, shit, it was AI coin. They ain't gonna never run out of ideas. So that was my logic for that one.
So what you do might matter a lot more than what you believe. Because if this is the way,
it might matter more than what you believe.
then it's creating an asymmetric opportunity where if you participate, you might be able to create financial freedom. Whereas if you don't and you have zero exposure, you might be guaranteeing that you're left playing a game where the rules have already changed. And if you're sitting back and you're asking what this has to do with macroeconomics, this is the biggest shift in monetary history. And you'll notice that I'm not talking about the markets and I'm not talking about the numbers go up and down. And the reason for that is because as of now, up to date, these markets have moved in cycles, right? There's these 4-year cycles. And right now is when everybody wants to know what this is about. All of this information has been in the public for years and years, and everybody's coming in when the prices go up. And unfortunately, when that happens, people get sucked into this market, right? Right as things get ready to turn back around. And I'm not here to give financial advice. I'm not telling you what to do with your money. I'm just trying to get you to pay attention to what's happening. So that's why I'm not talking about all of that on the public face.
So what I don't know is I don't know if we in the 4-year at the beginning. I don't know where we at in those 4-year runs. But I'm thinking waves it sound like we're coming out of the 4-year run. Lando, I appreciate that, man. It sounds like we coming out of the 4 year run, and if we are coming out of that run, it's time to get right. You got some time because this next bull run, it might be out of here. I mean, Bitcoin already 110. So it's gonna go 110, 120, 115. It might hit 150. I don't think so, but either way, it's gonna rebound back down at some point in time because nothing just goes up. Hey, I'm not saying by that one, I'm just saying as Bitcoin goes, so goes the market. So once that pops back down, hopefully, man, I will start a little bit now. I mean, that's what I'm about to do. I like CRO. You know why I like CRO? That's pretty stable. It's not a stable coin. It's pretty stable. It's tied to the Lakers. It's their stadium. They got Luca, Dodgers. That name. Oh my goodness, them Dodgers. They just bought into something like that. Those guys are very smart guys that run the Dodgers out there. They bought the Lakers. Uh, the name of that arena is Crypto Arena. Everybody know what's up. That could be huge. That could be really huge. So yeah, man. Let's finish up this video and see what else we got. I appreciate y'all for joining, man. Shout out to the chat. Thanks for joining.
Channel.
Consider subbing.
What I am going to do is I'm going to continue to focus on the technological shifts, the broader economic implications that this has, and what this means for us as individuals. If you're new here, like and subscribe, and let me know what you think in the comments. If you've been around and you don't want to navigate this alone, I just opened up my Patreon. And in there, I'm going to be giving my live updates and analysis.
All right, young brother. You done did enough for us tonight. We appreciate this young brother though, man. He did a good job at breaking it down. And I like the passion he had. I like the passion he had, man. This is a good YouTube page right here, man. I'm talking like I'm super OG. I feel like it, man. I've been peeping, you know. I'm waiting on it to pop. So it's another dude on here I like too, but the beginner crypto wallet. Let's see what else we got on here, man. See if we can come across anything. What's something else I had too? I like this guy here too. I like this guy here too.
One little, two little, three little Indians. All right, we sound good. This one's titled Robots Are Taking Over Faster Than Anyone Predicted. These are 8 industries just proved it. All right, should be fun.
Robots are stealing human jobs faster than anyone predicted, and 8 major industries just proved human workers are becoming completely obsolete. Waymo autonomous taxis are already serving 200,000 paid rides per week with 0 human drivers, while Amazon...
What? Hold on.
Yeah, that's coming down the line, man. That's gonna be so. You know what though? I think I want to get back to the roots here. We slide back. It's the beauty of a live stream. You can just do it how you feel like doing it. And how you feel like doing it. You feel me? I want to get back into this book. Rock with Kobe. I'm trying to see what's up. Breaking down the mind of the Mamba. Let's go. Breakdown is as important as setup. While you're playing the game, there are no distractions. Right after the buzzer sounds, a lot of people shower and change as quickly as they can. For me, though, there was more work to be done. Ice, the old reliable, was the saddest quote for me after every game, every practice. I'd always ice with 2 bags on the front and back on my knees and on my shoulder, and both feet in ice for about 20 minutes. This would help bring down the inflammation and kick off my wind down of this session and jumpstart my gear up for the next. Kobe, once again, preparation. I think preparation is going to be big on 2K coming in 2K26. I think preparation is big in purchasing cryptocurrency. See, what I think Kobe brought was, I think he brought principles that are timeless across whatever. You need to prepare for your job. You need to prepare for the day. You need to prepare for the live stream. Hell, I need to prepare a little bit more for the live stream if I got on here today. Hell, we can all prepare a little bit better. These is things I know, man. That's what come with age. I think you figure out some things. I know some things now. I can speak confidently 100% that I know you need to prepare a little bit better. And so that's all we pulling from what Kobe talking about. He talking about things that make you successful across any field. Preparation, wind down from the day of, and preparation for the next day. Come on, man. We all need that. You think about it. Cause and effect. Pain is one area of your body. Pain, excuse me, in one area of your body often stems from an imbalance somewhere else. With that in mind, it's important to treat the root cause and not the effect. Very powerful. Why you treat the come on, man? You got to go to the root. You hear me? You're working out, but you ain't eating properly. Let's talk about it. Let's get into it. You working out, working hard, but you're not eating properly, so you're not seeing quite you ain't quite seeing what you want to see. You know, and it's because you ain't eating. You know it right now. I guarantee you know it. Please, man, somebody in the chat, or somebody in the chat, because I know somebody know it. How can we do more to prepare for anything and everything? As far as financially, as far as what you give me more. Give me more. I always make sure my ankles were activated and moving. If your ankles are stiff, they can create problems in the knees, hips, back, and all the way up. So I spend a lot of time before games working on my ankles, the core of the problem, so that I wouldn't exacerbate the symptoms. Very smart. Calibrating the cannon financially. How you can get yourself ready financially is you first off, pay them debts. You got to pay the debts first. That's the first thing. Once you pay the debts, then you can work on getting you a little bit of savings. You can get a little bit of savings going before the debts, but you ain't really saving nothing though. That's the problem. So you really want to pay them debts off first, then get you some savings. Get you some small savings, $1,000, you know, $2,000, and you want to work your way up to 10 grand. Once you get 10 grand, anything you're gonna come across, you're good. Now, I'm not saying you're gonna always stay at 10 grand. That's your goal. Because as you hit 10 grand, guess what? Something gonna come up. Car, this, that, and the other. You know what I'm saying? So get you 10 grand. It's gonna dip back down and keep trying to stay at that 10 grand. But first things first, pay that debt, get you 1,000, and then start, once you get you 1,000, start getting you some investments rolling. You know what I'm saying? Start getting you some investments rolling so you can get in this little crypto market, man. But you can do it $1 a day. You ain't gotta go crazy. That's what I learned in the crypto market. I used to be making so many I used to be making so many purchases, man. I loved it. I loved it. And, of course, I got a family, so things get to tightening up and constricting. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, but I can't say this, man. I had a couple little things go on, but I had two vehicles go down at the same time. And because I had the 10K in the emergency fund, I was able to purchase, not outright, but I'm saying get two cars and keep on rolling. Now I'm still trying to bounce back from that. Don't get it twisted. It hurt. You know what I'm saying? Because once you exhaust that 10,000 on a couple things or whatever you got exhausted on, boy, if one other thing come up, it can get real tough. What long-term investments can one do to secure future financial stability? One of the best long-term investments you can make is a multi-family house. You have to live anyway. Live in a house and let somebody rent the top out or rent the other side out or rent a room out if you can only buy, you know what I'm saying, a one bedroom type of deal or a condo. Rent the room out if you can do that. But if you can get your hands on a multi-family house, sky's the limit. That's going to give you some security, some stability, and somebody else pays it down while the value goes up. It's a win-win. Now, your thing is Mamba mentality. You need to make a good decision. How do you make a good decision on what type of shit to buy? YouTube, YouTube, and go and find the guys that are doing it. Say, hey, I done it well. Look in them comments, and people say, yeah, I did it too. That's it. They gonna take. They gonna the people that have that blueprint. It's gonna be people in the comments vouching for it, saying, yeah, I did the same thing too. And it's always some things that can go wrong. It's some things that go wrong. Hell, sitting in the house all day. You can get fat, high cholesterol, diabetes, sedentary lifestyle. You in the house all day. You know what I'm saying? So it's always some things that can go wrong. So yeah, you just got to take the leap and go out there and try to do it. Make the smartest decisions you can. And at the end of the day, also you just want to be giving effort towards doing great things. I mean, what's wrong with that? You know what I'm saying? Swing and miss on great things, man. You'll swing and miss on trying to get that, you know what I'm saying? Trying to get that bag. We all been there. You'll swing and miss on trying to get that sack. Like, man, I hope he over here, man. Damn, I'm just gonna pop up. Ah, shit, he ain't picking up. He must be at the crib. I'm gonna pop. No, man. No, man. Go on, take a swing and miss on the crypto. So be it. But that's why you incrementally do it and do it $2 at a time, $3 at a time. Something you ain't gonna miss or get hurt on anyway. I'm drinking so much damn Starbucks. I could have built buildings. You're to the next. Calibrating the cannon. I would begin stretching a couple hours before games. Then, as the game got closer and closer, I would start doing more active, more range of motion things to get ready. This, in particular, was a big part of getting prepared and activated during my last year. We would make sure my shoulder was sitting back correctly and it wasn't rotating forward. Wow. I wasn't always old. As a kid, I didn't have to do all of the stretching and warming up. I would go out, get my shots up, put in work, and then I'd have some time to myself. Sometimes I would even just chill and watch some TV. I could have gotten up right then and there in windmill. As I aged, I was meticulous about listening to my body and adjusting accordingly. What I like about Kobe, man, is like he aged really gracefully, man. I think Kobe was probably one of the best examples of an athlete coming out of the game, having a plan, working his plan, and Kobe was like a mogul, man. He was moving like a mogul, man. Came out, he won a Pulitzer or something. He was making deals. All I remember, Kobe was sharp. He was still playing shape. He had the all black bald head. That's all I remember. He was somewhere always piecing it up, talking Spanish. You know what I'm saying? Italian. Man, Kobe was just cold with it, man. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. I like how he adjusts. He adjusted. Sometimes you're gonna make some plans and you have to adjust on the fly, and you have to adjust with age. Again, me hitting 40. What up, 40? What up? Be hitting 40. I'm adjusting with age. I'm trying to do some things different, but I'm still gonna dress how I dress. You feel me? I ain't changed that up. I'm gonna stay fly forever. Forever. My hands still hurt. My broken finger would get tight. A torn tendon in my pinky never recovered. Due to all that, I would try to warm my hands up and do hand strengthening exercises. Before games, I would get an oversized ball and stretch my hands around and squeeze it just to wake up the tendons and muscles in my hands. My finger, in particular, is still inflexible to this day, but I never let these impediments stop me. Damn, that's crazy, bro. Listen, bro. You better be ready. You better be ready to pay the cost. You better be ready to pay the cost to be the boss if you want to be an NBA player. Better pay that cost, man. As you see, hands hurting to this day. Fingers ain't bent. Fingers don't even open up no more. So, yeah, Kobe's a monster. And you see that kind of the level it take. And I'll tell you what, a lot of people ain't for that, man. A lot of people ain't for that level of greatness, man. It take a hell of a drive, a hell of a level of self-discipline to press through and be that damn great. It's like Kobe. It's like Kobe did everything right to be great. It was like Mike just was dipped in greatness off the muscle. You hear me? Off the muscle. But Kobe worked his way to it, and then that's just, I think that's what Mike respected, and I think that's why it took Mike a long time to turn around and start dealing with Kobe, is because, you know, he looked at Kobe like, man, you ain't that good, and he seen, man, Kobe willing to work to be as good as he need to be. And Mike respected that, man. Kobe work ethic is greater than Mike because he didn't have the tools Mike had. A monster. My routine changed over time. My approach didn't. Flexible, but inflexible. You know what I'm saying? I always tried to train and prepare intelligently. But as I got older, my pre and post game routine evolved. When you're younger, you work on explosive things. As you get older, your focus shifts to preventative measures. That's all par for the course. The only aspect that can't change, though, is that obsession. You have to enter every activity every single time with a want and need to do it to the best of your ability. It's pretty powerful right there with Kobe, man. That's why what I tell y'all in the last stream, how you do one thing is how you do all things. How you do one thing is how you do all things, which is why you got to get effort. So, yeah, hey, sometimes I might be a little late to work, man. Damn, I'm working on myself, man. I'm doing the work. I'm doing the work. You know what I'm saying? I'm here. I'm trying to put it in. And I'm trying to tell whoever need to hear it, put the work in. It might be some young athletes out there. You might know some young athletes, man. Send them my channel. Put the work in. It will pay off. If you put the work in, it'll pay off. And we live in a clickbait and we live in a click society right now where sometimes it don't feel like, nothing pays off because you do it for a little bit and you like, yo, I'm over, man. Look at me. I'm out here just jigging. I'm jugging. You know what I'm saying? I'm chilling. I'm got 1,000 videos and 200 subs. I just got 200 subs yesterday. I'm still making videos. I might be crazy for that. I might be crazy for that. 1,000 videos, 200 subs. I'm still here, pumping it out. And guess what you see? You see me evolving. I ain't never been on the mic like this, and now here we is. I normally got my content up. Lando, no. Shout out Lando. Lando, no. And here I am. I'm reading books. You hear me? Kobe Bryant, the Mamba Mentality. Y'all see it. I can't get it all on there, damn it. Y'all see it. So, yeah, I'm evolving. I'm practicing what I'm preaching. I'm trying. Shit, I might fall short. We all gonna fall a little short, but hell, you ain't gonna say I ain't try. Shit. I'm like Kobe, man. I'd rather be embarrassed now than later. We all got ready for games differently. When Shaq and I played together, generally, we get tapped, we get taped at the same time. That would give us an opportunity to joke and goof around or to talk crap. For Shaq and me, as anchors of the team, this would help get us up and ready for the game. More than that, this would set the tone for the team. The energy of the club is all sitting right there. This was our moment to smile and laugh. As the game drew closer, we got serious. That dichotomy, that changing of airs, was important for our teammates to see and understand. I'm just kind of relating that to my life, man, and what others may be going through, man. To me, that's like we know Shaq and Kobe had issues. You and the shorty might be having some issues. You ain't think I was gonna go there. You got to put on a good face in front of the team, right? This ain't nothing different than a family unit, man. The team is a family. The family is a team. It's like life. Them two things imitate each other, like the life imitate art. Them two things, they do that. So you gotta learn how to put on a good face for the team, coach. You hear me? She might be yelling at you. You might be yelling at her. Hey, somebody got to put on a good face for the team. Really, both people, but hey, somebody got to stand up and be a soldier. Put a good face on the team, man. It's hey, nobody wins in the family feuds. So I agree with Kobe right there. And hey, everybody gets ready for the game differently. And I like the fact that he understood that. Everybody does every damn thing differently. Everything. Even when you do shit the same, it's different. So, don't expect anybody to do anything for you, man. Work on yourself. I'm gonna work on myself. We're gonna work on ourselves. Man, we on Legend TV here. If you like the channel, if you thought you had got some type of value from this, I'm working on it. I'm gonna get better. Damn. Damn. I'm gonna get better. But I think the early swag and the early returns on what you're seeing right here is I think it's on point. I mean, ain't nobody even got the, what I'm saying? Anybody got the color of Mike like the boy. But now let me say that the boy, I'm 40. I just turned 40. I'm not the boy. Shit, not with these bills. But listen, holla at me. I'm glad you joined. I really appreciate you. I think you're awesome. Hey, drop a like, man. You can always chat it with me. You see my man Lando in the chat? I don't know if y'all can see that on YouTube, but on Twitch, we on Twitch too right now. My man Lando's in the chat, man. And you see, we chop it up. This is my guy. Me and actually had just a chop it up call. Like, what's up? You know what I'm saying? This is my guy. He been plugged in with me for a minute. I really salute to my man Lando. Trying to get it right, man. It can be better. I feel like it can be better, man. But I appreciate it. Fat Penguin, thank you. Bill, thank you. Walker, thank you. Lando, for sure, though. You already know it out. On the next Legend Out.